I would put it on the bun. You could fit the pickles. You could put pickles in the pickles. You can fit the pickles in there. You can fit the pickles in there. Come on.
Some onions.
Pickle chicken sandwich. Take it away, John Frickin Smith.
Welcome to the rabbit hole,
How did we end up on that rabbit hole?
where all you knew is wrong. And rules are just suggestions,
I like the pipe.
made up as we go along.
Shut up, Corn.
Fuck you.
And who knows what you'll find here. Maybe heaven or your worst fears. Whatever it may be, it's yours to keep forever.
Just in time. You've entered a rabbit hole. Please go down further. Where there's philosophy hidden within stupidity.
My nipples are sweating.
What are they doing to that chicken?
They're punching holes in it. You know what?
Man,
I want to
fuck that.
teabag Hank Azaria. He can make weird noises.
You're fucking weird.
You guys are horrible.
Bunyan rings? Like, I wouldn't eat those.
What the fuck? Hey,
Even if it was Paul Bunyan themed, like, you know what I mean?
Anyone-
Like flannel onion rings or something like that. Be like, yeah, I had a heart attack. Fuck you.
it's a sunshiny day.
Yeah. Fat people need love, too. You know, I wonder how many women, you know, flicked the bean to, Bruce Jenner back in the day. And then, like, had to come to terms with it later in life. Like, now he's got his own bean to flip. She got her own bean to flick.
I don't think it was that weird for some. Because, I mean, there's all that whole, different stigma with women where they go lesbian for like 2 seconds and then dip away. And
Yeah, they're allowed to experiment, I guess. I'm not gonna say I'm jealous because that sounds like
yeah, I
just sounds like, man, I just wish I could have sucked cocks for like a year
just
and
to
not
see
been-
how it was.
and
you
not
know?
been judged for it, just not been, nobody assumed that I'm gay just because I spent a whole year just gobbling knobs. But
There's just one person I was in love.
but when it's reversed,
It's like, oh, okay, cool. I think it's a secret thing in the man's mind that, okay, she might be down for a threesome at one point.
what if she's a dude now?
Oh,
Or the newly woman dude, the dude that goes to woman
No, the woman who flicked the bean
to the dude and then sees the
Caitlyn Jenner.
and then now is just like, oh, maybe my husband will fuck her. Is that what I don't know that. Yeah, that's. I guess it's just as simple as like, well, that was back in the day and now it's not.
I don't know. I don't like.
I just feel like I just want to laugh at Korn a little bit just because he was very vocal about his crush on Katie Pride on Kitty Pride.
She was a firework.
Yeah, I think maybe that's why, because it I don't know, the timing seems right. Like, he's been ducking and dodging and dipping and diving and ducking us for well over a month now, which is like a year in Korn time.
I know he's not in prison. I talked to him.
Yeah, he was texting the group chat just this morning, just to prove that he was still alive.
I lost my fucking lighter somewhere.
How the fuck?
I don't know.
Like, we haven't moved.
That's the part that is so fucking confusing. You gotta like.
Like, we haven't gone anywhere. Where's your bong? In your hand.
I thought I was stoned.
I figured if you had your bong, then the
That's
lighter
what
would
I
be,
was thinking too.
be
and
nearby.
I fucking don't know, man. I don't know anymore.
Well, since we're about 5 minutes in, I think it's an appropriate enough time to say that you are just in time, and we are the J&T Baggers. Rook and DJ. We don't have to do the long names. Rook and DJ. It just slips off the tongue a lot easier when it's us. But yeah. I forgot what I was going to say next. I got all posed up and shit, too.
If you like that intro, you can find it at johnfrickinsmith.com. Thank you so much, John Frickin Smith, for the intro. His songs are yours to keep. And album is Songs of the Great Collapse.
Yes.
That was a horrible intro, but...
It stumbled out, but everything got out. So there's that.
It's not good enough.
But yeah, and as he says in the beginning, we welcome you to the rabbit hole. There's no reason to roll the R's. I think I just miss corn that much that I'm just like wanting to roll R's and, you know what I mean, eat burritos and... Okay, say one more racist thing so that I'm not the only one.
Shave the grass.
Shave the grass. See? But yeah, so yeah, corn has had... it's one of the few times we're actually reacting to anything that's happened in news stuff. Because usually, well, this year's been weird, so I kind of have turned off all news outlets as much as possible.
Yeah, I haven't tried to pay, like, here's the real thing about my political view. I don't even know who the president is right now.
No, I don't really care.
I
I feel unsafe no matter what, so it's just like...
That doesn't change. You know what does change? Woo! Browns might make it into the playoffs.
Yeah.
I'm not a Browns fan either. It's just like, holy shit.
Yeah. But
that's current.
One of Korn's Women Crush Wednesday or whatever, you know. That's been like that for a long time. X-Men 3 was a long time ago. So was Days of Future Past. But yes, you can no longer call him Ellen, I guess. Now you have to call him Elliot. Which, okay, when I first saw the article, I saw the headline and it said Elliot Page will remain on Umbrella Academy. To where I was just like, oh, okay, does she have a sister or brother or something? Ellen Page? You know? And then when I looked on it, like, oh, wait, what's going on here? Like, it actually took a few lines of reading to realize, like, oh, it's a new name. Okay,
good for you, kid.
It threw me off because it was just all of a sudden like, yeah, the Juno star. Wait.
The pregnant teenager?
Elliot. And the name Elliot doesn't seem weird for a female because I fucking watched Scrubs for forever and Elliot was by far I won't say the hottest character because her and Carla both. You watch that show enough, especially when you're sick, you start having some fever dreams and...
You start getting sticky?
They bring the heat. I'll say that much. Those two together bring the heat. But yeah, the fucking... So Elliot doesn't seem like that off of a... And I think they even made the joke on the show that she was only named Elliot because her dad wanted a boy.
Yeah.
But still, those kind of things grow on you after a while and it becomes normal. Oh god, and... You could say that about a lot of things, I think.
That thing grew out of her and
yeah.
Now she's normal. She matches... See, the thing that I got confused about, when you told me about this, I was already like, what the hell? Like, I knew she was lesbian. I didn't know she was trans as well, or like, on the verge of being trans as well. So,
yeah.
Like, what the hell? Okay. That makes sense.
I wasn't aware of that either, though. I thought just like... Okay,
maybe she
gay.
wasn't lesbian, she was just a man trapped in a girl's body, okay. But I wonder how her wife feels.
Yeah, that's the weird thing with that. Well, not weird. It's the paradox because it puts like it could put you in a weird position. Like you know what I mean? You with your wife, if she all of a sudden decided, or you decided to chop your wang off and become a lady. I mean, would she be the asshole for being like yeah, no, bye?
I mean, technically,
like she wouldn't like. Would she be the asshole for not wanting to? If she, from her point of view, it's like if she's not gay, you know what I mean, and you become a woman, does she really have use for you without your wang?
Like to me, it's one of those.
I mean, yeah, you can still fix stuff, but like, You can't clean the pipe, so to speak. Not the same way.
See, to me, it's one of those, like, technically, if they leave, you can't be too mad because they signed up for different parts.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's a bummer that you might have, like, a weird connection with someone in that point. Like, you don't really want to live without them, but at the same time, like...
The media makes the significant other seem like an asshole for if they don't support the decision and shit. Like, they always portray it as evil. If they... Not even so much that they don't support if they don't stick with them and shit. Like, well...
Of course there's going to be a divorce.
That's not fair. And in this situation, it's one of those... where they started off as an already gay couple. Unless she expressed, when she was Ellen, unless she was expressing that entire time, like, no, I want to be a dude. I want to feel it when I stuff you. I don't want this plastic wing in you no more. I want to feel it when I stuff you. Then, you know what I mean? Maybe the significant other is perfectly fine with it. But if this is just being sprang up on her, just like, wait, what? No. I got into this for the scissor game. I specifically don't want to be penetrated by anything that actually has a fucking pulse.
Unless it vibrates.
And it's on the pulse setting. Ugh. But I don't know why we just took a moment for that, like we enjoy it. You're not denying it, so I'll move past it.
I didn't know.
You're married and you have to experiment sometimes, so.
Okay, here's the thing. Nothing has ever been in or on me. I have used things with multiple women, and not at once, nothing like that. But yeah, like you could tell the difference between when they're getting happy. So you're like, okay, I'm gonna switch it just to piss you off.
Yeah. But yeah, and it's just one of those
But I don't want anything pulsating in my butt.
Because I'm just saying, like, if she got into a relationship with a woman to get away from men,
it's kind of like an oxymoron at this point.
Yeah, you've become the very thing I set out to destroy. But like I said though too,
what would really be even stranger in this, I can believe this might happen too. The chick becomes a trans as well.
And becomes a dude?
The wife, the now, I guess, like, sanctioned Christian wife?
Becomes a husband?
A husband, and now they're both husbands.
That completely defeats the purpose. Because they both got into it to get away from Wing, and they both end up not only having wings, but still being impaled by wings.
Do you see how weird this fucking world is, but how, on a weird chance, that might happen?
All I'm saying is that Elliot, now known, I respect. I'm not gonna disrespect the decision. All I'm gonna say is it would be extremely hilariously ironic if 5-10 years from now, Elliot Page gets caught up in this whole Me Too movement type thing and gets accused of some stuff. And all of a sudden it's like, wait, did she do it? Like,
What were you trying to do
for him
to... Because, I mean, at the time,
Your Honor, I used to be a woman, so I know what it's like to be put in that position. I would never put another woman in that position. Well, I mean, we have you on tape putting a woman in that position. Okay, so I put her in that position, but it's only because all the testosterone. You men are evil. But you're one of us now.
We're evil. We need to...
Chop it off.
Oh.
What? Chop it off. Wait, you... Like, chop it back off? Yeah, chop it off!
See, I just hope it doesn't have a situation like fucking Chaz Bono.
You're looking at me like I know who that is.
Sonny and Cher's kid. Fucking Sonny Bono, you know, the tree guy.
I know who the people are, but I don't know who this Chaz is.
Sex change.
It happens.
Went from, I think, daughter to son.
Cher has always looked like less like a woman and more like a guy in drag.
Actually, it might not even be Cher's kid. It might just be Sonny and some random bitch. But either way, fucking every, like, other gear is trying to go back and forth.
Chop it off, put a new one on. Chop it off, put a new one on.
Yeah, something
Can you
on
do
the
that?
lines of that. I
don't think the
know.
human body can handle that many
Because-
hormone changes.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the situation, is fucking pretty much putting someone on testosterone, then trying to reduce the testosterone and fucking slamming them on, like, with estrogen after being on an estrogen blocker.
Yeah, that doesn't sound safe. It just sounds... I don't know, though. I've never had any desire to go through with anything like that.
Yeah,
I know,
like, I'm happy me.
South Park made it like... South Park actually kind of made fun of a situation similar, though, too. Remember, Mr. Garrison got the sex change.
You wanted to go back.
Yeah, and not only that, but Garrison's, before all that, the Garrison's significant other, the dude in the leather or whatever, left him because...
Mr. Slave.
Yeah, he left him because he wanted Wang and not, this new made vag. And then all of a sudden, Garrison went on a whole fucking tirade against gays. What if Elliot Page does that? Becomes a dude and all of a sudden, like, his wife leaves, and then all of a sudden, just like...
It's gonna turn into some Clayton Bixby shit, but for gays.
Yeah, that'd be weird if that happened. That would just be weird. I don't know. Sometimes when you smoke weed and you think about things too much, it hurts. Hurts the soul. Because then you're just going round and round in circles, and it's just like I don't know. Because that one movie, they kind of dealt with it too. Somebody got a sex change to make themselves look like a celebrity. And it was a dude making himself look like a female pop singer, including some kind of weird auto-tune voice thing that I really hope doesn't exist in real life, but probably somewhere does for the really, 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 really rich. I think really all it is nowadays is that because there's so many more plastic surgeons out there, they're just able to find weird, not even just weird, but just obscure, I'll call it obscure, reasons to get surgery. Usually appearance altering surgery.
I'm having my nostrils done. What? Yeah, they're too small. I want them wider. I want to be able to breathe more.
I just think it's messed up that dudes get judged for getting their wings surgically enhanced. Why we go silent on that? But you can rebuild a whole Barbie doll woman, and she gets like...
I'm actually one of the people that don't really dig, like...
Plastic chicks?
Yeah.
I can take it or leave it. I've watched too much porn to be judgmental.
See, porn's one thing, but like I don't know, it's weird to like hang out with that sort of high maintenance to the point where cutting them's like
yeah. That's a lot of money, too.
I understand going to the gym, dude, and working out and fucking trying to get like that style of like sexy and whatnot, but I don't understand doing surgeries and like plastic surgery. If it's something that's like life altering, or you got a fucked up nose, like how people have deviated septums, and if it's gonna fix shit like that, sure, why not? But
I think honestly it's just an excuse for people to take out fucking fat ass loans, pay for surgery, and just be in more debt.
I'm in debt, but I got these new tits.
And some of them, to be fair, some of the women that get fake tits, even if they're not strippers, if they're in anything that tips, they're getting bigger tips for those tits. Almost guaranteed.
Tits for tips.
It's kind of sad too that men are just that weird. We'll throw money on titties. What are that fucking simple?
You know who doesn't get tipped great but deserves it? The bitch that's been working at the diner for 45 years. She looks gray.
You know who's been doing things wrong? Salvation Army, man. Stop sending Santa Claus out there. Start sending Mrs. Claus in a bikini. guaranteed that bucket's gonna be full every goddamn day.
Dude, I went to the fucking Stater Brothers down the street. It wasn't even Santa Claus. It was just some, like...
Some dude.
It was some taller, like, young black dude.
He didn't even have a bell, did he?
No, he had a bell. They gave him a bell, a t-shirt, face mask. So, I mean, he was inside. Like, it wasn't just him with a bucket and a bell. Like, give me your money. Merry Christmas.
No, they usually have the little thing where the bucket's
Little
hanging.
red bucket, yeah, and fucking tossed in, all that good shit. But I was like, what the fuck happened?
They'll get a lot more money, though, if they...
They used to have Santa.
Yeah, fuck that shit. Nobody wants to give money to an old white man right now. We want old white men to give us money. So I said, Mrs. Claus goes out there and squeezes her tits together. The bucket fills up at every 5 minutes. And that's even from women that walk by. Women pay tips for tits too.
Yeah.
They appreciate the courage another woman has to pay a man to or a woman to stuff silicones and what's the other one? Saline.
No, but you
Their
also get
titties.
bitter women too.
Did you hit that, or is it just
No, I
sitting
hit
there? Are you lying to me?
No.
Because I might have to. Punch
You put it right here. I hit it. I put it right there. I can't reach the other couch, or I would put it right there.
See, some of these we are eventually gonna start getting the camera involved and shit. Because some of these conversations you have to see. I even looked at it, even though it's not on, as if it was fucking.
Hi. How you doing?
That one is perfect because I can't sneakily record anybody on that. I think I purposely made sure that one was like that. Where you can tell when it's working because the lens cover has to be off and the lights have to be on and the computer's off. I'm saying that as if I'm trying to defend it. Like, I'm not recording it with... You're not on camera right now, bro. It can't be. There's too many... There's not enough avenues.
It's unplugged.
Yeah. Both the computers are off. You can tell.
There's no red lights.
I don't know why. I just feel like you're actually looking too. Like, this motherfucker actually trying to sneak some weird shit. Yeah, I got the camera blacked out and I'm recording the audio.
It's even weirder.
Yeah, we're talking into mics, but I'm recording the audio from a camera too.
I want to hear the outside. I want to make sure you guys are at good decimal points outside.
I wanted to have that distance track, you know, that track that picks up all the echo. Yeah, what the fuck else were we gonna talk about? Because that, without corn, it's not even...
Dude, I don't know, but while driving, one of my favorite songs of all time is from Grand Theft Auto. And I ride. It's not from, you know what I mean, though.
Yeah. What was it? I got really baked the other day, as I often do. I've started doing the break time, the bake breaks again at work. I don't know why I had retired them for a while, but when I had a toothache there a few weeks ago, I was like, it started getting to the point where I was just like, you know, I'm gonna take a couple hits of weed out fucking in the parking lot so I can calm the pain a bit and go back into work and finish my shift. And I found out I actually like that. So I took my break like maybe an hour or two before I got home, or before I got off yesterday. So I was still pretty baked when I got home. I'm pulling up to my house and those fucking these kids in this goddamn neighborhood, dude. They're like cats. They just like playing around other people's shit without touching it and shit, or you know what I mean, like weird shit. Like I've seen like 3 or 4 of the little fuckers sitting behind my sister's car, like just chilling behind there, sitting on the fucking ground and shit. Like, what the fuck are you doing? You guys live across go all this empty field and you're hanging out by people's cars. But anyway,
dude, I understand on that note, of like them, because here's the thing: you don't suspect kids of like stealing shit. It's not always that. No, it's one of those like, wait,
but like, why are you there?
Yeah,
though?
why are you here when that?
So these kids, they're throwing me off too, because I've caught them like many times. They're not doing anything wrong. They're just weird. Like I've seen them playing tag and like run up into my fucking driveway and shit. Like, what are you guys doing? Get the fuck out of the driveway. You can get hit. So I'm pulling up and there's a little girl fucking in my driveway. Not fucking in my driveway. Oh my god. There's a little girl in my driveway, and I'm pulling up. Obviously, I don't pull up into the driveway, but the driveway's empty. She's standing in there talking to the kid across the street, and I think my guess would be that she was trying to prove that she was tall enough to touch the numbers on the fucking, you know what I mean, the address numbers on the house. Which, again, kid across the street, he has a house too. You live in the same neighborhood. They're all in the same fucking place, bitch. You gotta prove that anywhere else but my house. So anyway, as I'm pulling up, she's touching the numbers, and then like finally sees me pulling up and realizes like, oh, someone that lives here is pulling up and sees me. Looks at me like she's about to get hit. And then Naruto runs away.
Oh, kids don't know how to run anymore because of that show.
No, like it was weird, and I could hear the kid across the street like, "You're weird." Like, even that kid was just like, "Why were you even?" There's no explanation for why you were in this guy's driveway, touching the numbers on his fucking house, and you did Naruto run away and shit. And like disappeared too. I don't know
I'm
where.
a ninja. Just gone, dude. Like, I don't hate children at all.
I do.
Like, obviously, I have one. I wave at kids. Like, I'm that person that, like, in the neighborhood, I'm not mean to the kids. I don't yell at them or anything. I just, wave at them, say hi. I know a lot of their names, so it's one of those like, hey, it's one of those in case anything ever happens, I could be like, yeah, I know that kid.
I don't.
Fuck.
I'm like, what the fuck are you guys doing by my house? I don't even talk to them.
I don't like it, though, because you've been to my place. Going up the stairs, the kids will sit on my fucking stoop instead of the ones across, and I'm like, dude, you live right there. You and the upstairs neighbor are playing right now. Why the fuck are you on my stairs? And especially when I'm trying to go up my fucking stairs or down. Like, I'll go up the stairs, grab something, open my door, close my door. They can hear that, go back down, and they sit there until I walk all the way down like, hey, excuse me.
Yeah, and you're the asshole for trying to walk down your stairs.
Yep. Like, dude, okay, come on, move. Like, this is bullshit.
I've damn near tripped over somebody in that situation, and heard them like, excuse you. Like, I can kick you in the face if you want, but like,
Excuse you.
yeah. I mean, you hear me stomping down the stairs and shit, bitch, move.
That's the thing that's
And with
annoying.
your stairs, there's no other apartment that those stairs lead up to, so
That's
they have
my
absolutely no
fucking
business.
goddamn stairs.
When, like, the last place I lived at that had stairs, there was another apartment, you know what I mean, that, so you could go left or right when you got up the stairs. So I didn't trip out as much when people were chilling, and because there were people downstairs, whatever. If you get the fuck out of the way when I'm coming down, and there were those big stone stairs that you can hear me fucking a fat man walking down them, get the fuck out the way.
Downstairs neighbors right below me never fucking sit there, but they're always like in their backyard or in their house or go out and about into the world and do, whatever they do. Fucking, but I wouldn't be upset if they had people right there, sitting right there, stuff like that. That's one of those like, okay, dude, I'm not gonna trip.
Yeah,
Plus,
at least you live right here.
They're nice. Every time I ask them something, oh yeah, no problem. Or yeah, thanks, dude. Or they'll ask me something. Yeah, no problem. Not like super neighborly, but enough to where I know, like,
civil enough.
If anything happened, they're gonna let me know. Like if some random crazy ass motherfucker was running in my house or anything like that, they'll let me know.
Did you hit that other bowl, or are they both on you?
God damn it!
Right
Yeah,
now?
they're both on me.
My neighbors around here, well, fucking, my landlords recently, like, emailed me, fucking, talking about break-ins in the neighborhood and shit. And they even had, like, surveillance pictures and video and shit that they were sending copies of to all the residents and shit. If you know anything, catch this motherfucker. Which, I mean, that's cool, trying to be on top of it and trying to... This town, they dump a lot of criminals in this town, especially lately, especially this year, and it's beginning to show more and more. A lot more. It's actually kind of annoying.
It's more fucked up when you're an adult and you realize it.
Yeah,
because as a kid, you just see random people, like, they're just doing their thing. They're just That's the world to you. You have no clue outside of like what you know they're doing. Once you realize what people really do look like on drugs, or the effect of people on drugs, and you look around and you're just like, what the?
Yeah.
Yesterday, going to work, I see this dude just standing on the corner, like looking around everywhere, just at the ground as hard as he could. And normally in a situation like that, I'd be like, oh fuck, homeboy lost his wallet or something like that. No, this guy was twacked the fuck out of his mind. Just staring. I swear it had to have been like, oh shit, I bet you I can find a rock right now.
I've said many times, I pull up to work usually about a half hour early, chill in my car, you know what I mean, smoke. I was gonna say sober up, but lately it's been like, get more baked, yeah. It's like, oh, I'm going into work, so I'm not gonna be driving for like 8 hours. Time to get baked. But there is a particular like homeless guy who is either cracked out or has smoked so much crack that he no longer really needs it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Those are the ones that just yell.
He's very annoying because he doesn't do a lot of different things or anything. It's just every time I cross paths with or these homeless people, for some reason I see them in the parking lot, and it's empty parking lot in the morning, and they just beeline to my car.
You're the only one there.
Dude, please walk away. Please just bug somebody at Sonic. Nope. And this same guy, got anything for sale? No. Do I look like a fucking drug dealer? Don't answer that. But
dude, no, you don't look like a drug dealer, first of all. And second of all, I get asked that all the fucking time. I think it's just the area that I live in. But
yeah.
Oh my god. That one's annoying as shit, because you're like, dude, no, I fucking live here, asshole. Get the fuck out of here. I'm trying to like have a nice neighborhood. You're coming in here.
I picked up weed in that area like a long time ago.
Oh no, it's still a horrible neighborhood, but still. And the funny thing is, it's not really bad because of the people who live there. There's only one or two that's actually bad people.
No, but it's the people that walk through there.
Exactly.
Same with fucking about nobody lives in that shopping center where I work. They're just all a bunch of fucking drifters and shit. That's why it's not like every day with the you got anything for sale guy. It's just I recognize him because he asks the same goddamn question. On one hand, I kind of appreciate it because he's not asking me for a cigarette, and he's not asking me for money. He's not being persistent. He's just like, you got anything for sale? Like, dude, no. I don't even have the heart to just be like, dude, I'm not a goddamn drug dealer. Leave me the fuck alone. Because he's already walking away as soon as I say no. Like, he was already expecting it, but just thought, like, let me roll the dice, dude. Maybe this will be the day when he's got that sweet, sweet crack. Which, nothing about me looks like any kind of crack, especially sitting in my car. I look like I'm just as homeless as you, or like almost there.
Dude,
I've got just as many teeth missing, and my car's full of goddamn Red Bulls and fucking just random cups. There's no food really in there. Although there may be a barf bag in the backseat somewhere. I don't think so, though. It's not full. That'll scare anybody. But yeah, we complain about the homeless a lot, but it's because everywhere you fucking go out here, man.
And it's the same thing all the fucking time. You see the person... Fuck. You see the person and you could be nice and be like, oh yeah, no problem, dude. You know, shoot them some change. But the second you start doing that, if they see you again, it's like the second you give them 50 cents, now they're your friend.
Or even worse, they reset and act like you never gave them money. And they're just like, what, you don't have money? No? Okay, bye. Like, dude, I just gave you money like yesterday. Find a different place. What happened to being vagabonds and drifting? Like, I would have thought by now there'd be some spot in the desert, some empty plot of land where there's just a bunch of homeless in there fucking and eating each other. But no, these motherfuckers stay in the cities and bug the shit out of us.
No, see, this is the problem. What you just described is real.
Have you seen the goddamn train tracks out here by my house? They got fucking shopping carts.
No, what you were talking about, the whole desert place?
Homeless fucking?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a real thing.
They eat each other too?
Not about eating each other, but they do have like a land of no law in America that's just one city. It got built by a fuckload of homeless people, and they're okay with it. It's just what.
Where is it? Because I'm willing to give rides.
I watched a whole Vice fucking episode.
I'm willing to pay money to fill a bus full of homeless fuckers out here and get rid of them.
Like it's very strange. The video literally was called "Land and No Law."
It's because you can tell the ones that are, you can tell the mentally handicapped ones. They don't usually ask you for anything. They're just walking and talking to themselves.
Yeah.
They know where they can go inside. You usually see them with a bag of something because they know which stores they can go into and get something to eat, or you know what I mean? Sadly, the mentally challenged people are the ones that handle being homeless better. They go in polite, usually to stores. If they get kicked out, it's because they can't communicate what they were doing there, usually. But the people that know, that recognize them, those store owners, I've seen them a lot of times. And shit.
The thing that super sucks is when you get a situation where it's a mentally handicapped person or someone who has just mental health issues in general. You know that they were on drugs at one point.
Yeah.
And then you can... Okay, Casty, for instance. This fucking bitch. I already hate this cunt. Fuck her. She's homeless. Kind of deserves it at this point. She's... I don't know, maybe. But she just seems like one of those type of people like, oh, I could see how you wound up being homeless. Just a lot of fuck ton of drugs. And not taking care of yourself. This bitch... She walks over to La Famosa, asks me for $1. I say no. Ask a dude that don't even know English or Spanish, Middle Eastern cat. Ask him for $1. Just give her one of the shugs and like, the fuck are you saying, lady? So, okay. Does the exact same thing that I explained a minute ago with that random dude staring at the fucking floor, but she's like walking around and I don't know if she's looking for like change or something.
Maybe.
Comes back. Hits same thing.
What, ask you for $1? Yeah.
Next person, it's like, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah, they become residual in some of their ways, and it's kind of... That's the ones you somewhat feel bad for. Because it's like, there's no real saving that person. You give them a house and a bed and shit, and they're still gonna just take off. And
Or
go live on the streets.
They'll sell it.
Yeah, that like that's one part that's not always talked about, are the homeless that refuse help and the ones that choose to be homeless. Not so much he's just a man down on his luck, a veteran and shit. Usually that's not usually what you see. I'm not saying that doesn't exist, but that's not usually what you see anymore. Nowadays,
when
it's a
I
mix.
see a vet, it's very rarely.
And nowadays you don't believe
like
them when
younger.
they say they are.
When I typically see like the help, please help, I'm a vet. It's usually like people my dad's age and shit, like early 60s, claiming they're vets from Nam and like the Gulf.
Nowadays too, there's been so much stolen valor people out there that it's hard to even believe that story when you hear it. Hell, I got fooled by an old man who he didn't claim that he was a veteran. He claimed that his son died in Iraq and that he needed money to get to across the country to Montana or some shit to get the body and shit. I give him $2. But like 2 weeks later, I saw him spitting the same exact story. He even cried at the exact same moment. Great actor, this old man. Had it rehearsed perfectly. I don't know if he was working alone or with somebody else, but he was... Like, I saw the same sympathy swell up in other people's eyes, like... Yeah, that's just about the most un-American thing I've ever heard of right there.
Dude,
You go get your boy.
I don't think homeless people care, you know. And obviously they might hear this one day, but I don't fucking know. But do you think homeless people understand what no loitering means?
Yeah, they do when they go to a place that actually enforces it, like a place that actually where the owners actually come out with a broom and like get the fuck out of
Get the fuck out of here. Shoot.
No, off the property line. That means away from the goddamn parking lot, away from the building. Fuck off. Because every place has that sign.
Like the one that I like now is fucking, it's not just no loitering. They got smart. They put no loitering, no open container, no alcohol beverage.
Yeah.
And then, no
cover
panhandling.
Yeah. I like that part, the no panhandling part. It doesn't stop them always. But if you're a fucking petite, fresh out of high school, little fucking, you know what I mean? Little fucking thing, male or female, and you're working in a gas station by yourself and some hoodlum is standing out there panhandling and he's way bigger than you. Are you really going to go out there in the middle of the night and tell him to leave?
No, you call the cops. Fuck that shit. Like, here's the thing. I am a true whistleblower. I don't give a fuck. I'll call the cops for a lot of different reasons. Like, I've hit that old man age where it's like, I swear to God, I swear to fucking God, it's 10:01 if they don't turn that goddamn radio down.
I actually love that about my neighbors right here. I never hear any noise.
That has to be nice, dude.
And I try to return the favor too. It's rare that I'm watching anything like, or that I'm like making a lot of noise. Sometimes I might be watching a movie, but usually once it gets later at night though, it quiets down over here.
Dude, I don't hear before the neighbors I have downstairs got there, I used to hear the fucking bitch that was downstairs getting yelling, getting yelled at, fighting and beating up, all that.
Getting her pussy beaten up.
All of it. So it was one of those situations where it was like, that bitch was loud. I can hear her all the time. I can't hear my new neighbors. The ones that I fucking hate are the ones that are across, up and downstairs. Upstairs likes to go out to their car, play music loud as shit, and then go back in their house.
That's where all the beats are, man. That's where all the knocking happens. Music-wise.
It doesn't make any fucking sense to me at all. Like, how are you gonna...
People do that.
Go to your car, turn the car on, turn the fucking goddamn radio on, go back inside and close the door.
While the music's playing?
Yeah, and just leave it.
Some people just want to test if it's rocking their windows.
Yo, well, fuck them.
People are assholes. I lost my taste for heavy bass very early on. Probably because I fucking have been susceptible to headaches since cracking the skull. So I think that had a lot to do with it. So loud bass I've never gotten along with that. I've ridden with people that have just ungodly fucking bass going on, and at first it's like, yeah, we're making people uncomfortable. Look at that white lady over there.
She doesn't like us.
I heard her doors click and her windows rolling up. Bougie. But then after a while, sitting in the car with it, just like, dude. Ugh. Yeah, fucking sucks. I can't do it. I don't think I could ever perform like concert, like even if I knew how to play an instrument. I don't think I could ever actually perform as a band member because I would just get headaches. Or I'd have to wear earplugs.
How does he play? By feel, bitch. By feel. And looking, I guess.
Yeah. He's got sheet music in front of him? Yeah.
You know, I want to see that.
I want to remember every note I'm playing on that recorder, bitch. But yeah, the fucking so yeah, people doing that shit outside in the car and shit. I get it. They're trying to. I get people wanting to.
This is every weekend. After a while, it's not testing windows. It's just being a fucking douchebag.
Some people spend a lot of money on, making their car efficient, faster.
Get in the fucking car, leave, drive around, have fun.
Some people spend money, on making their house, upgrading their house, and some people,
I understand upgrading your stereo system.
Some people buy video games. Some people need a hobby, and speakers are a hobby. And
speakers are a hobby, but I don't care if it's coming out of your fucking house. Just that's like a weird ass way of seeing it. Like,
you
it
can't
pisses
judge him
me
for
off.
that part. Like I said, maybe he's not allowed to play the loud music like that inside the house.
Then don't fucking play it. Like,
no, like maybe his wife's a super douchebag, and he doesn't have anything past the capacity of cheap computer speakers. And I'm talking cheap,
dude.
And he's just like, babe,
sit in the fucking car. I have never seen him just sit in the car and listen.
I need to hear this shit knocking. And she's just like, no, I don't want the bass in the house. What if it's outside? That's annoying too, but at least it's outside. All right, I'm gonna rock these fucking windows with my car. You just made a big mistake, bitch. You don't ban shit from the inside of my house. So now his car is a concert hall. You know what I mean?
Oh, well, fuck him, okay? Fuck him. Fuck both of them. Fuck all of them. Fuck them.
Is it nothing but rap too?
Yeah, but that's not the problem.
That is the problem to me. If you're not at least if you're gonna spend that much on speakers, at least have a diverse music selection if you're gonna play it that loud. If he switched it up and played a little country and a little rock and roll every now and then, you'd probably be a little bit less annoyed. You already just smiled because I said that. So I already know.
Said it, I was thinking of the fucking song.
I know, that's why I said it like that, and that's what I mean though. If it switched up a little bit,
I probably wouldn't mind as much, but it's still fucking annoying. Like, it doesn't matter, dude. After a certain time, you're like, fuck, I just got off of work. I work for a living, motherfucker. I know you don't. You just sit at home. Fuck you. Stop playing with your goddamn stereo.
And if he's the one that installed it, then he has to make sure it works.
He didn't even fucking install it.
Well, then maybe he has to make sure it works.
The neighbor that I have a fucking problem with as well downstairs did. For the same fucking reason, outside of also beating the shit out of his wife. Constantly.
So yeah, when you're not installing speakers, you just beat your wife, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not justifying the behavior, because like I said, I've never been into playing loud music like that. When have you ever come to my house and heard fucking me just like bumping hard, like loud music at all, of any genre?
I don't think I've ever heard you bump loud music at all. Even in your
I've got
car.
a big old subwoofer too, but I don't use it really, like ever. I honestly don't have. I don't know why. I use it every now and then to just demonstrate, like, no, I got something kind of strong. But I also live next door to someone who, the connecting wall between our apartments, she had her goddamn whole entertainment system hooked up right onto that wall. And that happened to be the wall my bed was on. And it wasn't like it was that way from day one. It was just like a year into living there, all of a sudden, heavy bass was coming from. I'm talking bass so heavy that every commercial sounded like this, thumping and bumping and dumping into my fucking soul. It was horrible. It was absolutely horrible. I was like the voice. She was watching the worst shit you could watch too, like Michael Bay movies on TBS. So that means that you don't realize how much bass is in a goddamn commercial until you've heard it, like until the bass is the only thing you actually hear.
Fucking Energizer.
Yeah, every fucking song that goes into those has dun 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 dun. It's just French fries, dude.
Why are you so like aggressive with the fries?
Yeah. Why is the music so salty? And it got to the point where I was kicking my own goddamn wall. It went from, okay, isn't that, I've always forgotten to bring this up on the podcast. In almost 5 years of doing this, I have forgotten to bring this up. What is like one of the universal ways of communicating that somebody's being too goddamn loud when your walls are connected.
Okay, you could be nice and just do a light pound. You don't want to knock because they're not going to hear that shit. Light pound, dung, 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 dung. You do it like twice, just as a, hey, come the fuck on.
It's loud. Yeah.
Then if they don't listen after like 4 or 5 minutes, you do it again, dung, 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 dung. Then if they don't listen again, you go to boom, boom, boom. And that's at the point where if they don't listen after that, you're asking for fighting words. Like,
yeah, I got to the point where I was Van Damme kicking my fucking wall. To the point where I think one time I hit it so hard that I heard something fall on her side. I think she said I knocked over her painting or something. But that was one of those like, dude, fuck you.
I knocked over your painting? You knocked out my skull.
She was on that stuff, man. You could tell. Because I remember I fucking... Because we got into this multiple times. Me and this old bitch. Fucking old black lady. Skinny as hell, too. To where it was like, even if she hit me, I wouldn't be allowed to hit her back. Like, you know what I mean? And she ended up actually, like, with so much arthritis on her. Like, she ended up in a wheelchair and shit later. But at that point, she wasn't in a wheelchair. And her arthritis wasn't so bad. So she was still probably cracking out. Fucking... I heard her one time just yelling through it, "Stop knocking on my fucking wall! You knocked on my fucking..." I was just sitting there laughing. I thought I was crazy though for a while. Like, am I the only one hearing this shit? None of the other neighbors are complaining? Like, that shit's loud. And we were both upstairs, which means like that particular connecting wall was 4 apartments connecting. Crazy old bitch. She fucking poured... I thought she was pouring water down. She got into it with the other neighbors one day. And I thought she was pouring water downstairs, down her fucking balcony. I found out later it was bleach. They were barbecuing downstairs and she fucking decided to put out their fire. Who uses bleach?
Isn't bleach flammable?
I thought so. Maybe it wasn't bleach, but either way, who does that?
But at the same time, bleach, I know can kill you.
Because smoke was going upstairs through her fucking sliding glass door that she could have easily closed. It smells delicious in here. And you're complaining.
I'm mad.
Out their fires.
You better give me food because you just made me smell.
And I just happened to be outside when she did it. That pigeon cage or whatever their bird cage thing looks exactly like the ones on Assassin's Creed. It's kind of creeping me out. But I happened to be outside when she did it, and I heard the guy downstairs just like, "What the fuck, man? It's bad enough we got to put up with you and your fucking stereo all night." And that's when I like had that perfect confirmation, like, oh, I'm not crazy. This bitch is okay. That shit is loud as fuck. Why am I the only one fighting her over this shit then? And then after that, the stereo magically started turning down. I was actually surprised. It was weird. I had started sleeping in the living room and shit on the couch just to try and avoid it. And I could still hear it. I actually found, when I was looking through my old laptop, the one that never gets opened really in public. It doesn't have anything on it now, but I was looking through old videos and shit, and I found one that was a night vision video that I fucking had recorded around that time. I didn't know what it was. It was me in the middle of the night, angry, and like one of those, like, it woke me up from a stoned high to where it was just like I looked crazy, like in the night vision and shit. It's 2:00 in the fucking morning and you can hear it. And me just holding the camera up to the wall and it's like, what's going on? Turn up the volume, you can just hear it. It's too late for this bullshit. I know there's rules. I even went passive aggressive the weirdest way. Instead of knocking on the door the next day and being like, your fucking radio is loud as fuck, I took the list of the rules, the apartment rules, and highlighted the part about having your stereo up past 10 and like taped it to her fucking door. She didn't get the message.
She got it.
She got louder.
I mean, yeah, it's one of those like.
I never called the cops though. I think that was the point of that whole story. Was that whole feud went back and forth.
No, fuck that.
Cause she tried to confront me the next day, or like after one of those fucking tirades and shit. The next day, why the fuck you keep knocking on my walls? Why do you think I'm knocking on the walls? I've told you before why I'm knocking on your walls. Your fucking stereo's too loud, man. It's too late. It's too late for that shit. I'm trying to sleep. I gotta get up in the morning. Everybody else gotta get up in the morning. Your shit's too loud. But if it's a problem, then you come to my door and talk to me in my face. I've come and knocked on your door, Jeanette. And you didn't come fucking answer it. You know why? Why? Because your fucking stereo was too loud. You couldn't hear the goddamn door. That's why I knocked on the wall, hoping that maybe you go open the door. But you didn't. Well, I have trouble hearing. You don't need to hear anything at 4 in the fucking morning.
Get your old ass to sleep.
Yeah, that's how I know you're on that stuff.
Go get a fucking goddamn bowl of cereal.
Your age, you should be knocked out at 8, waking up at 4 in the morning, not watching anything.
Listening to fucking birds chirp.
Yeah. Why don't you go sit outside on the fucking porch if you're feeling that unentertained and shit.
Drink a cup of tea.
I was angry. She tried to get angry, but there was no. What are you gonna do? Go tell the managers what? Go tell the managers that I fucking knocked on your wall and knocked over. I hope your painting was expensive too. I hope it was a family portrait, and I hope the part that fucking got destroyed was the part with your deceased parent, whichever one. I was that angry at the time. It was one of those just like, fuck you. Like, it could have been a family heirloom. I don't give a shit.
You could be a Van Gogh. You could still suck a dick, old lady.
Your shit's too goddamn loud. Have some respect for your neighbors. That's like an unwritten rule. It's a written rule.
Yeah,
Sorry.
That's a legal rule. Like, that's the law.
Not only is it the law, and I'm talking decibels here, but it was the rule in the apartments too. The fucking noise complaints. Dude, when I was moving a fridge into that apartment, up the stairs, remember my old fridge was a fucking pain in the ass. We had to call a whole team of fucking stoners to come help us. Me and the Sasquatch were too worn out to actually get it up there. All you could hear in the middle of the night, 1, 2, 3, slam, and then repeat for like 20 more stairs. It was bad. But someone had fucking called the manager. By the time we got the fridge up there, the fucking manager was outside like, what the hell are you guys doing? Sorry. He chilled out after that. It didn't help that Troy was trying to climb up one of the ladders to get to the roof. He wasn't actually trying to get to the roof. He was just seeing if he could reach the ladder, because it was one of those ladders that only goes halfway down.
Kind of like the kid with the whole number thing, just to see if they could.
But I was like, dude, they called the fucking manager on me for moving a fridge up the stairs, but this old bitch keeps the fucking radio on loud as fuck all night.
See, that's a situation where if it's a constant noise, most people eventually learn how to drown it out.
I couldn't. It was the wall right next to my bed, and I refused to move my bed to any other part of that goddamn room. If I moved it by the window, I would have still heard it just as well, because it's still connected. If I'd have moved it to the opposite wall, I would have been right next to the closet. Who puts their bed right next to the closet?
I've taken closet doors out and put a bed in the closet.
That makes sense. You're making more room.
Yeah.
I almost want to do that just to expand our space in here. Yeah, you might have accidentally stumbled onto something.
Deep ass closet.
You might have accidentally stumbled onto something there, white boy.
Believe it or not,
if I cleared all that shit out and took the doors down, we could actually expand this space a little bit. And we can keep keep one of the doors just so we can close Corn out. Just like, you're going in the corner, Corn. Aw.
You're going in the shed.
He's going in the red corner.
He's not going anywhere anymore, and it's sad.
He'll eventually. We've been saying like, oh, maybe he'll be back next week and shit. Well, to be fair, the last few times I've recorded, it's been one of you will be back next week, hopefully. It's been like, oh yeah, Rook will be back next week, and then Corn doesn't show up, and it's just like, oh, maybe the Mexican will show up next week. He's working a second job and shit, so now he's dead. That's his own fault. You're supposed to schedule your days on the second job to where you work double days instead of, you know what I mean? You're supposed to give yourself 2 days off still. That's the secret. I've seen that kill too many people though too, trying to work, you know what I mean? 2 of them. Once you lose the days off, You lose your sanity. Weeks become months, become nothing. Your concept of time will turn you into a robot that doesn't know what time it is until the alarm goes off. That just sounded sad. That was a sad poem. I'm sorry. That wasn't a poem, but that was it. It was sad.
That was like
That is not what
slam poetry, but sad poetry.
That is not what we do here. We do not reflect on reality that realistically.
Be happy.
Yeah. But we are pretty much at an hour and shit. Actually, probably shit included, we're at about an hour. So, yeah. Next week we should have corn. Are you gonna catch up?
Yeah, I'll catch up by next week.
Okay.
Whole another week. I got Christmas break coming
So,
up.
can I announce it previously?
Oh,
then?
fuck yeah.
Yes. Next week we're gonna do a Mandalorian season 2 recap. Honestly, we might even have to make it like a double header of 1 and 2, because we haven't done a proper season 1 late review. But yeah, spoiler alert, we enjoyed it for the most part. So we're gonna have to, yeah, we're gonna finger bang. We might even have to get a guest on for that one. I think we can get that little guy on, not Corn, but the other one.
They're roughly about the same size.
Yeah, I was just thinking that too, because I went to school with both of them. They are about the same height, and he's Mexican too.
Yeah, I think the other one has like 2-3 inches though on Corn.
Yeah, either way, Corn, tiny Mexicans, there's a lot of them. I mean, this is Southern California, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is like the land of tiny Mexicans. There's times when I feel like a giant. And then black people come around and I'm like, fuck, there's normal height people now. Shit, I'm not the tall guy at my job.
See, that's where race does have a difference, because when I see black people, I'm like, fucking hey, dude, the tall guys are here. Not the normal height. I'm like, fuck. Hey, can you reach that for me?
I try not to do that with people taller than me, just because I hate when people shorter than me do it. Can you reach that for me? You know what? No. Or when female cooks ask me to lift something for them. No, you filled out the same application I did, right? It asks if you could lift 50 pounds or more. Look at that, the box says 50 pounds exactly. Time to nut up or shut up.
It says, or more, 2 boxes now, bitch. Come on, Becky, work those thighs. Keep it moving.
Actually, technically, I don't think it says or more. I think it usually says up to. But still, bitch, it says 50 pounds. The application said 50 pounds. The box says 40 pounds. Now you're fucked. I'm not lifting shit for you. Get it up off the ground.
Can you imagine like someone who's like 6'8" just asking regular people, like, hey dude, can you grab that for me?
Yeah, off the low shelf. Because tall people usually got back problems.
Oh yeah, they gotta bend down and shit. But at the same time though, I would just like eye level things to you, be like, hey, can you get this for me?
That's fucked up. I can't ask short people to get stuff off the low shelf for me, because that's also part of the job description, at least for cooks and shit, is...
Can you bend down?
Yeah, there's a lot of bending and a lot of lifting and a lot of standing on your feet. Basically, we don't like you.
From your knees to the middle of your back is gonna kill you.
Yeah, basically, we're paying you to just... We're gonna project our hatred towards humanity onto you for a little while. Not like in a hardcore way or anything like that, just like in the legal ways, We can't actually put our foot on your neck, but we'll try. We'll try. Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, fuck you, Spectrum. That's how I feel about them.
Did you work for them or something?
No, they just hit me with the fucking, hey, you need to pay your bill.
Oh.
And it's like, fuck you, it's Christmas, can't you wait?
Huh, what happened to this? What happened to, like, forgiving shit? You know what I mean? That's the biggest problem that's happened this year. There should have actually been real forgiveness on bills.
Yeah, not What?
But people certain people should also not have been taking advantage of the situation.
Yeah, because how are they gonna have any other care package later for said bills that are piled up like crazy? Because realistically, $1,200 and saying, "Oh, we're gonna run up your bill, but we're not gonna charge you quite yet for it."
Yeah, $1,200 ain't shit. The fucking $600 definitely ain't shit.
Even multiple $600 checks.
Yeah, to where it's one of those like, but like I said, back when this shit all started, the people that were taking advantage of the EDD and shit, the ones that were working but still lying on their paperwork to get all that
10 to 15K out of nowhere.
Yeah. Like it seemed like it was supposed to boost the economy, but it didn't help in the long run. Cause the longer everything stayed closed and shit, we negated all that shit. Oh yeah, we'll give you half of what we gave you last time. But last time it wasn't enough.
And that was like 9 months ago.
Yeah. What makes you think that things have gotten better to where you can give me half and it's gonna? I mean, I'm gonna take the half. Because I have been working still because an essential job, I guess. But there is also that too, though. There is a slight lack of sympathy after all this time for some of the people that have been too bougie to fucking go and get an essential job instead of crying that their job isn't essential.
Well, the thing that's even worse is the situation that you see where some people... Obviously, there were a lot of people that went on unemployment and said, fuck it, I'm not going to go back because of money. Not because they're actually afraid of COVID or anything. And I know certain companies have sent out paperwork stating like, hey, if you're okay with it, you can come back to work, you know. And for some people, their unemployment got cut when they denied that comeback letter. But they just applied and got right back on. So it's a situation where it's like, damn, dude, so you just don't want to work. I can understand that.
I can understand if you actually use unemployment the way it was intended to be used, which was just for you to fucking actually find another job to supplement you for a couple of weeks. But no, people want to live off of that shit as soon as they get on it.
Like,
and I'm not trying to bash anybody that fucking... No, there's people that actually needed that shit, you know what I mean? Especially, like I said, to sustain... But there's a reason why they're calling these essential jobs. They're also in demand.
And a big problem when you think about it is some of the people who actually did get shit canned. Not shit canned, but pretty much closed down and completely screwed during the COVID situation. That did get, the fat nugget of 10, 15K. Majority of those people, first of all, probably didn't go stupid with it and actually budgeted it. Because the only way I could think of actually making fairly decent money where you can do everything that they have is by having a decent job in the first place.
Yeah.
But per se, it's someone who's deemed non-essential but had a bitchin' job. And they were like, fuck it, dude. I don't care about the house. 10K? Boom. Let's go get a fucking used Lexus.
Yeah.
And I think that was the big problem.
Yeah. I'm not working at a fucking grocery store. Well, they're hiring. There's
fuck
jobs.
That's not my job.
Well, because let's be real, people are gonna act like this was some big giant depression and shit. Let's not compare this to 100 years ago. The real Great Depressions and shit, the real fucking recessions that hit hardcore, there were zero jobs available. You know what I mean? We're not so much in that time.
We had to go. People fought each other, like fists fought each other for jobs.
Yeah, we're not at that point. That's the big difference. That's why I'm like I said, that first couple months, yes, you know what I mean? It was like, no, hook up EDD for people, you know what I mean? The people that are truly out of work and shit. But after a while, it was like, okay, You can't, if your line of work is considered non-essential or whatever, and you're out of that one, you're not forbidden from going and finding work elsewhere until your work comes back. And in some cases, you can even still collect a little bit of unemployment while you're fucking searching for another job and shit. Or, you know what I mean, as soon as you get... But there's some people that were working 2 jobs, and one got fucking furloughed, but the other one didn't, and they still collected unemployment for the one that did while working.
And that's double fucking the system, technically. Like, that's actually illegal, too.
Realistically, my hours got cut by, like, maybe 8 hours a week, to where I wasn't that mad. And it wasn't even, like, a full shift of 8 hours. It was just one of those, I was still working 5 days, occasionally 4. No, 5 days, so just short shifts.
Mine didn't really change much. And maybe, like, 3 hours a week or something, just from waiting in line at Home Depot. Especially when COVID first started. Now it's back to normal. I mean, everyone's still wearing masks, you know?
Well, now it's worse. Well, for us, like, now it's worse because we're not getting as much business because only $600. Yeah, it's awful. It's fucked up seeing that. But again, though, I remember seeing a video of some guy getting yelled at by a Karen about her not wanting to wear a mask. And she's like, why do you seem so calm and happy about it and shit? He's like, ma'am, I was a bartender, and I'm just happy I found a job at a grocery store so fast. That's straight knowing that's priorities right there. No, I'm not gonna sit around and complain that I can't be a bartender right now. I can understand if you own the bar being pissed off.
Yeah, because then you're like, fuck, that's my whole shit.
Yeah. And even then, go work a regular job and pay the bills to your fucking business and keep it open. Owning a business doesn't forbid you from getting a job.
Well, then on top of it, they got the small business licenses. But I know that doesn't cover much. But still, dude, it's one of those like, well, if you're not working, you're technically not supposed to be paying all these extra crazy things. But a lot of people are still working and
your own work. Yeah, you know, that's why OnlyFans had such a boom. I won't lie, I even thought about showing my butthole for a couple of bucks. I just don't think I'd get enough bucks to justify the butthole.
$1 a spoke.
What if I put one butthole pic on OnlyFans and it just explodes into this big viral thing?
Whose asshole is it?
And then I post one more picture, and if you zoom in real close, you see the JNT logo. You know why? Because we're shit. I was gonna say we're the shit, but that sounded too cocky. Yeah. But yeah, next week. I say but yeah more than anything. I gotta break that habit.
But yeah.
Every time I say but yeah like that, like there's gotta be some kind of beeping noise or something.
Whistle.
You need a buzzer. Shot caller. Ooh.
That's extreme.
You're just scared because we'd use it on one of your habits too eventually.
Most likely, but still, that's extreme.
What I've felt the shock of a dog, like a dog shock collar. It's not that bad. A Chihuahua can take it.
No, fuck them, dude.
I saw a Chihuahua take it. It was fucking hilarious though. It threw that motherfucker off. Like that motherfucker. I felt a little bad because he was like. He thought it was like an itch, I think, or something. He was like twisting his head and rubbing on the floor and shit. Like, what the fuck did you just do to me? Sorry, little dude. It's out of my hands. But yeah, we'll see you next week.